Morning traders, Andy Demi here. I hope all is well with you. Hope you're having a great week so far. It's almost the end of the week. Time is flying. So, hope you're well. I wanted to discuss something today which is something that probably is on many people's minds, and often it comes really from reasons of not enjoying necessarily what you do every day. So if you're in a job where you're not necessarily the most passionate about that job, you kind of do it because you need to get paid, you need to earn an income, it can be very, very tempting to try and move away from that and do trading, for example, for full time and earning a living from it. Now, I want to give you some ideas of what it takes to do that and where you would need to be able to do that, to give you a fighting chance, because that's what you're looking for. You need to have a fighting chance of actually being successful. So the first thing is you need to be confident in your strategy, and you need to have already practiced it whilst doing something else, like if you have a job, or even if you haven't got a job. As long as you have an edge in your strategy and you're confident that if you play that strategy out over time, it is going to make you money. That's the first thing. The second thing is actually then crunching the numbers, because you need to look at your statistics. Your strategy, what is the average return of your strategy, and how much do you need to risk to achieve that return? So for example, if you're risking 10% a month, are you able to achieve 10% a month? And in which case, how big is your account size, and will that income basically cover your general expenses and keep some aside? Now, the realism of it is that you can't rely on hitting your top target every month. So if your target, for example, is 10%, even if your strategy averages that over a sustainable period of time, it's not going to be possible to achieve that every single month. So you need to have a buffer, okay? So you need to basically make sure that even if you don't achieve that return, you're still going to be able to pay your bills, okay? So what I normally recommend is, firstly, you calculate the account size that you need. So for example, if you need to earn £2,500 a month, you need at least a £25,000 account. Ideally, you have a bigger account, say something like 50,000, which means then you have a buffer. So if you only achieve 5% in a month, then you're still able to sustain that account. Now, if you are taking money out every month from that account to pay bills, then obviously your account isn't going to grow. So what I would recommend is, ideally, you have some source of income that is at least covering all of your expenses, and then you can just focus on actually growing that account. But also, apart from growing the account, you can also take the pressure off you, because really that's the most challenging part of trading, is trading under pressure. Okay, so obviously as a trader, especially if you want to be a day trader, there will be some form of pressure. Okay, it just comes in the nature of the game. It's a performance-based industry. However, it's very, very different if you need to pay your bills with your trading. And so, my recommendation is take your time. You can get there, absolutely. Anybody can get there. But you've got to do it in the right way. I remember when I was kind of trying to become an independent trader, it took a little while to get used to that, and then to be able to sit on the sidelines, even though I need to earn money. When the trade setup wasn't right, you've got to be able to just sit on your hands and not just jump in just because you need the money. And that is going to be the process for you to be able to do that. Now, if you're fortunate and you don't have large expenses, maybe you're a student, maybe you're living at home still, that's a perfect opportunity to really practice, because it means that there's no pressure on you to pay your bills. That's when I really learned, when I was younger, because I was able to be at home without having a lot of expenses. in fact really no expenses, and I was able to sort of take a few more risks. But if you're not in that position, in my opinion, you're better off learning to trade part-time, build the knowledge and the income, and then finally you can then transition over to full-time if you wish to. That's all for today, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather if you're in London. It's a beautiful day, and wherever you are, hope you're well. Good trading. See you soon with another update. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.